45 candidates are there. Okay, sorry, correction. ये phase 1 में those people who are reported, say 120 candidates are there. Everybody will be seated in a hall. Everybody will be seated in a hall, and they will be shown a picture. Okay. Now this is not a picture or a photo. It is a sketch. It's a free sketch है. It will be in black and white, not in color, and it will be deliberately hazy. ये deliberately hazy करते हैं. Okay, you'll have to note certain things in that picture. ये shown for 30 seconds. उसके बाद picture को बंद कर देंगे. Clear? Okay. Now, number 2 is you'll be given 1 minute time. Okay. Now, in this 1 minute, you have to write something in the answer sheet. Come quickly. I told you all to come. Close the door. Who is going to do that? And please tie your hair. Hair ko band. Loose hair is not allowed. Sit down. Okay. Then you have to, in 1 minute, write down certain things in the answer sheet, and then think up a story. एक story को तुम्हें manufacture करना है around the picture. That means describe नहीं करना picture को, but you have to manufacture a story around the picture. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Thereafter, you'll be given 4 minutes time, in which you have to write down in about 100 words, 80 to 100 words, to write down the story, what led to the situation, what is going on in the situation. A situation you have to describe as a story, and conclusion करना है. What is the likely outcome? Likely outcome लिखना बहुत important है. In addition, तुम्हें story का एक action देना है, और we call it as title of the story. Okay? Now story हो गया. With that first part, picture perception खत्म हो गया. Thereafter, you will be divided into groups of about 15 candidates. Some of the SSBs have got 16 or 17 candidates. Be divided into groups. Okay. And then you'll be taken to a small room. This size room hoga, where you'll be made to sit in a semicircular fashion. Okay. This room is called as discussion room. Okay. Chess number wise. And 3 assessors will be there: interview, IO, GTO, psych. Now you have to narrate this picture, ये story जो तुमने लिखा है extempore. One by one, serial wise, you have to narrate the story. Okay. उसके बाद narration जब last person खत्म कर देगा, then you have to discuss to arrive at a group consensus or group story, and then one person will be nominated by the group, and he has to give the story. That is the end of this discussion test. Okay. Now we will divide this particular thing into different stages. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, ऐसे करके हम divide करेंगे. Okay. And then I will tell you in each stage क्या है. So now you have to write it. Stage 1. Ppdt stage 1. All the candidates reporting to the SSB on day 1, will be made to sit in a hall, and shown a sketch which is deliberately hazy. That means that sketch is now deliberately hazy. Okay. For a time period of 30 seconds. Okay. So you will be shown a sketch which is deliberately hazy for a time of 30 seconds. You have to look at the sketch. And in your mind, that is abhi no writing, in your mind you have to note details you have to note details, okay, such as number of characters, their mood, comma, age, comma, gender, comma, their mood, age, gender, number of characters, mood, age, gender. You have to stay, now you have to, you are noting, and then you have to look at the background of the sketch. You have to look at the background of the sketch. Just write. Look at the background of the sketch and think of a location where this particular situation is there. Think of a location. Where this picture or sketch is located or background. Now, again I'll tell you, जब तुम लोग ये sketch को देखते हो, okay, you are being shown this sketch for about 30 seconds. You have to note certain details. तुम्हारे दिमाग में नोट करना है क्या क्या मैं देख पा रहा हूँ इस sketch में, कितने characters हैं, इनका मूड क्या हो सकता है, एज क्या हो सकता है, जेंडर क्या हो सकता है. ऑल्सो यू हैव टू नोट कि स्टोरी का एक मैं थीम क्या बनाऊं, या थीम को बोला जाता है एक्शन. ओके, देन लुक एट द बैकग्राउंड ऑफ द स्केच. एवरी पिक्चर में जब तुम देखोगे, अगर कोई भी तुम पिक्चर देखते हो, है ना, यू टेंड टू सी व्हाट, यू टेंड टू सी फर्स्ट द डिटेल्स, कि कितना घर है या नहीं तो कितने लोग हैं, हाउ मेनी पीपल आर देयर, एनी हाउस इज देयर. बैकग्राउंड में देखते हो कि कोई रिवर है बगल में, कोई बोट नज़र आ रहा है, कोई फॉरेस्ट का नज़र आ रहा है, कोई हिल्स नज़र आ रहा है. ये सब बैकग्राउंड में देखोगे पिक्चर में. देन तुम्हारे दिमाग में ये पिक्चर कहाँ पे लोकेशन हो सकता है. सी साइड मीन्स कोई प्लेस का नाम, रिवर मीन्स कोई प्लेस जहाँ पे रिवर हो, फॉर एग्जांपल इलाहाबाद, वाराणसी रिवर के नज़दीक है ना. सो यू कैन फॉर्म सम सॉर्ट ऑफ अ स्टोरी विद दैट पर्टिकुलर प्लेस. अगर तुम बैकग्राउंड में कुछ फॉरेस्ट नज़र आएगा तो यू कैन मेक अ सॉर्ट ऑफ नेशनल पार्क्स, वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरीज, नेशनल पार्क्स, वेरी नाइस. तो उसके ऊपर तुम एक स्टोरी बना सकते हो. अगर पीछे में हिल्स नज़र आता है तो उत्तराखंड में हिल्स है, प्लेसेस इन उत्तराखंड, ये तुम्हें पता होना चाहिए. या नॉर्थ ईस्ट में भी तुम कर सकते हो, दार्जिलिंग है, वेयर देयर आर हिल्स, है ना. तो सपोज मैं जाता हूँ किसी जगह में, लोकेशन में, और मैं फ़ोटो लेता हूँ, तो फ़ोटो का जो बैकग्राउंड से उस लोकेशन पता चल जाता है. सो दिस लोकेशन इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन डिटर्मिनिंग, अंडरस्टैंडिंग. ओके, ये करने के बाद ओके, फर्स्ट लोकेशन देख लेना क्या पे है, क्या क्या मेरे को दिखाई रहा है. ओके, कंटिन्यू राइटिंग. नाउ यू विल बी गिवन 1 minute. Now you will be given 1 minute. Now you will be given 1 minute to write these details. To write these details of number of characters, their mood, age, gender, number of characters, their mood, age, gender, and the action of the story, in your answer sheet, and then think of a story, still think of a story, okay? until think of a story around the picture. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, याद रहे कि पिक्चर को डिस्क्राइब नहीं करना है. You have to think of a story in which this situation is there. एक सिचुएशन क्रिएट करना तुम्हें, ओके, एंड थिंक ऑफ अ स्टोरी इन दैट सिचुएशन ऑन व्हाट लेड टू द सिचुएशन. थिंकिंग ऑफ अ स्टोरी, व्हाट लेड टू द सिचुएशन, लिखो व्हाट लेड टू द सिचुएशन, what is going on in the situation, what led to the situation, what is going on, and what is the likely outcome. ठीक है, likely outcome, likely outcome मैंने conclusion. Now again I'll repeat. जब सुनो, लिख लिए ना, अभी सुनो. अभी तुम लोग को 1 मिनट दिया जाएगा जिसमें एक आंसर शीट तुम्हें मिलेगा, ओके. उस आंसर शीट में अगेन यू विल हैव टू राइट दिस डिटेल्स, ओके. एक जगह में लिखना पड़ेगा नंबर ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स, मूड, एज, जेंडर एंड एक्शन ऑफ द स्टोरी. ठीक है ना. तो ये आंसर शीट कैसे दिखाई देगा, ओके. Okay, let us say this is the answer sheet, okay. यहाँ पे लिखा होगा PPDT. On the left side there will be a box, ऐसे box होगा, okay. On the right side ऐसे एक लिखा होगा action, and नीचे में लिखा होगा story. दिस विल बी योर आंसर शीट जो सभी को दिया जाएगा. सो जब तुम लोग या दैट 1 मिनट टाइम जो तुम्हें दिया जाता है उसमें यू हैव टू राइट इन दिस बॉक्स. सपोज से इन द पिक्चर यू आर सीइंग 4 पीपल, 4 कैरेक्टर्स, यू हैव टू राइट लाइक दिस 4. इफ यू आर सेइंग मोर देन 4, 5, 6 ऐसे करके यू कैन राइट, ओके. If you are seeing lot of people, then you can write also many. ठीक है, number of characters, mood. Now remember these characters जो सभी लोग हैं ना, इस characters को तुम लोग एक homogeneous mixture में देखना है. Homogeneous mixture means as a group. Don't see the characters in individual. As a group देखो, okay. Now mood के लिए how you have to depict? Positive is for plus mood. Positive mood, negative mood, okay, as a group. And suppose if you don't know positive or negative, you are not able to determine, then क्या बोलते हैं? Neutral mood, small 0 or small o, okay, any one you have to put. Number of characters, mood, age. Age you can make it in 15 years gap, yeah, even 10 years gap. Example, 25 to 35. You can make it 25 to 40 also. Okay, group का mood, age, gender, number of characters, mood, age and gender. Gender can be male or female, and if you don't know how many male or female, then neutral. If suppose there are 2 males and 2 females, you can write 2M, 2 males and 2F, 2 females, you can write that. Now एक और इसमें टीटा आता है. There's one more thing in this. Now in that number of people who are there, you have to identify somebody called as a central character or hero or heroine. Now actually hero or heroine is you yourself, तुम खुद ही हो. So you are depicting yourself in that particular story. तुम अपने आप को स्टोरी में डाल रहे हो as a hero or heroine. Okay, तो इसके लिए separately लिखना है. Either you can write it on this year or you can make a oval also. You can write your मर्जी. Okay, the number of characters of the hero is in that only. इसी में है. Hero इसी में है number of characters. तो separate लिखने का जरूरत नहीं है. Mood. हीरो का मूड इज जनरली पॉजिटिव, डोंट राइट नेगेटिव. और न्यूट्रल. ओके, पॉजिटिव होता है बिकॉज हीरो इज द पर्सन हु इज डूइंग एक्शन. कुछ समथिंग ही इज डूइंग इन दैट एक्शन. So some actionable thing he's doing in that situation. Age. Now hero ka age can be within that also, 25 to 35. It can be outside that also. That is permissible. So hero can be 40 years also, 50 years also. Suppose से किसी पिक्चर में तुम्हें कोई भी दिखाई नहीं देते, completely hazy है, तो you can say that I can't see anybody in the picture. However, you can introduce 2 or 3 people from outside. ये भी possible है, introduce कर सकते हो. and यहाँ पे तुम लिख भी सकते हो. because remember, कोई भी situation में तुम्हें एक हीरो, एक या 2 people, generally 2 or 3 people को रहना स्टोरी में important है. don't make any story with only 1 person. तो स्टोरी ठीक तरह बनेगा नहीं. मेक अ स्टोरी वेयर एटलीस्ट 3 or 4 पीपल आर देयर, प्रिफरेबली. ओके, सो हीरो कैन बी से 35. हीरो कैन नॉट बी न्यूट्रल जेंडर. ये कंडीशन है. यू कैन मेक हीरो एज न्यूट्रल जेंडर, बट यू कैन मेक द हीरो एज अ जेंडर विच इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम योर्स. सो बॉयज के लिए यू कैन मेक अ फीमेल एज हीरोइन ऑल्सो, एंड गर्ल्स के लिए यू कैन मेक अ मेल एज हीरो ऑल्सो. दैट इज अलाउड. अंडरस्टैंडिंग द डिफरेंस? सो दैट इज ओके. ओके, दैट्स ऑल. नाउ यू हैव टू राइट एक्शन. ध्यान रहे, एक्शन शुड नॉट बी रिटन इन वन बिग सेंटेंस. एक्शन 2 to 3 वर्ड्स. हाइकिंग ट्रिप ऐसे करके लिख सकते हो, और पिकनिक, ओके, और एक्सपीडिशन टू हिमालयस, बर्थडे पार्टी, वेलकमिंग अ हीरो, वेलकमिंग अ स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन, वेलकमिंग अ पॉलिटिशियन. किसी को वेलकम करते हो ना, वैसे भी तुम करते हो. अंडरस्टैंडिंग? सो जनरली 2 या 3 वर्ड्स में लिखने का कोशिश करो. डोंट राइट इन बिग. ओके, देयर इज अ रीजन फॉर दैट, बिकॉज इसको बोलना भी है. एंड जनरली अगर तुम बड़ा सेंटेंस लिखोगे एक्शन में, यू फॉरगेट, भूल जाते हो. तो ओके, सो दिस इज टू बी डन इन दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टेज 2. राइट, नेक्स्ट स्टेज, स्टेज 3. अभी स्टेज 1 लिखे हो कि 2 लिखे हो? 2. स्टेज 2. You are required to write a story in about इसमें एक चीज इंसर्ट करना. यू आर गिवन, यू के बाद इंसर्ट करो, आर गिवन 4 minutes. You are given 4 minutes to write a story, okay, on what led to the situation, ब्रैकेट में लिखो इंट्रोडक्शन. on what led to the situation, ब्रैकेट में लिखो इंट्रोडक्शन. what is going on in the situation, ब्रैकेट में लिखो body of the story. what is going on in the situation, body of the story, and what is the likely outcome, what is the likely outcome, conclusion. Okay, understood?
Yes sir.
Now लिखो example. Example. You are required to introduce the hero, or you are required to introduce the hero or central character in the first line. You are required to introduce the hero or central character in the first line. Okay. लिखो, एग्जाम्पल में लिखो, रोहित कॉमा 21-year-old 21-year-old BTech third year student, BTech's third year student, Rohit 21-year-old is a BTech third year student from Allahabad University. Allahabad University. So तुमने इसमें क्या क्या चीज़ें इंक्लूड किया है? नेम ऑफ द कैरेक्टर, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. रोहित, यू हैव इंट्रोड्यूस्ड रोहित एज अ 21-year-old. ठीक है, यू हैव इंट्रोड्यूस्ड रोहित का कभी कर क्या रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल थर्ड ईयर बीटेक स्टूडेंट, यू हैव इंट्रोड्यूस्ड अ लोकेशन फॉर रोहित, कि रोहित अभी कहाँ पे है? इलाहाबाद में है. राइट? तुमने स्टोरी का बैकग्राउंड में देखा है कि देर आर हिल्स. यू हैव सीन अबाउट 4 people, 4 लोग देखे हो, एंड पीछे में बैकग्राउंड में हिल्स देखे हो, तो तुम्हें स्ट्रेट अवे कौन सा नजर आएगा कि आई हैव टू नाउ रोहित को मैं इलाहाबाद से स्टोरी के अंदर कैसे लाऊं? लोकेशन. सो आई कैन मेक अ लोकेशन एज नैनीताल, आई कैन मेक अ लोकेशन एज शिमला, बिकॉज शिमला जाओगे तो बैकग्राउंड में हिल्स नजर आएगा, नैनीताल जाओगे तो बैकग्राउंड में हिल्स नजर आएगा. सो मेरे को इलाहाबाद से रोहित को शिमला, रोहित along with his friends, Rohit along with 3 of his friends, Rohit along with 3 of his friends decided to go on a picnic trip to शिमला. नो मैंने क्या किया? रोहित को इलाहाबाद में इंट्रोड्यूस किया और मैंने उसको इलाहाबाद से भी क्या कर दिया? स्टोरी कंटेंट डाल दिया. स्टोरी में मैंने क्या देखा? 3 people देखा, 4 people देखा, बैकग्राउंड में हिल्स देखा. हिल्स जहाँ पे है, मैं आई कैन मेक अ क्विक स्टोरी ऑन अ पिकनिक ट्रिप और अ कैंपिंग ट्रिप. और मैंने क्या किया? 3 लोग देखा या 4 लोग देखा, तो 3 लोगों को, रोहित का फ्रेंड्स को इंक्लूड कर लिया. एंड ऑन अ पिकनिक ट्रिप. पिकनिक भी हो सकता है, कैंपिंग भी हो सकता है, या रोहित अलॉन्ग विथ हिज फैमिली भी हो सकता है. रोहित अपना फैमिली के साथ कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ 3 members वेंट ऑन अ पिकनिक ट्रिप. ओके, अंडरस्टूड हाउ टू डू इट. नाउ अभी यू हैव टू डेवलप द स्टोरी कि पिकनिक में वो कौन से जगह देखा, विच आर प्लेसेस. इफ यू आर फेमिलियर विद उत्तराखंड, शिमला, हिमाचल प्रदेश, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, यू कैन डिस्क्राइब दैट प्लेस. अच्छा से डिस्क्राइब कर सकते हो. दैट्स ऑल. एंड वंस ही रिटर्न बैक फ्रॉम द कैंपिंग ट्रिप, रोहित मेड अ स्मॉल सॉर्ट ऑफ अ essay on this which he used for his thesis or something like that. एक sort of a brief कर सकते हो. और रोहित, when he returned from his trip, Rohit informed all the things which he did to his family members. तो फैमिली को उसने बता दिया आफ्टर कमिंग बैक कि उसने क्या कहाँ पर घूमा. He described his trip. So सिंपल स्टोरी है. सो स्टोरी को बहुत सिंपल बनाना है, कॉम्प्लिकेटेड मत बनाना ज़्यादा. क्यों कॉम्प्लिकेटेड नहीं बनाना? क्योंकि इसके बाद तुम्हें नरेशन भी करना है. नरेशन में फंस जाते हो. ज़्यादातर लोग बहुत ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड स्टोरी बनाते हैं एंड देन उसको मगअप करते हैं, एंड नरेशन में जाके वो पूरा का पूरा रिकॉल नहीं हो पाता. एनी डाउट इन दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग? ओके, वेरी नाइस. इसके बाद आता है यस, योर विश. यू कैन ऐड सर्टेन सिचुएशन, you can add some challenging thing. Okay, you can say that on the second day when Rohit was in his trip, okay, one of Rohit's friends lost his purse, or while traveling on some bus or something like that, there was an incident of pickpocket. ना तुमने एक इंसिडेंट को स्टोरी में इन्वॉल्व कर दिया एंड हाउ द अदर पीपल हेल्प्ड दिस पर्टिकुलर पर्सन इन रिकवरिंग दैट, और नहीं तो हेल्पिंग हिम इन ओवरकमिंग द प्रॉब्लम. एक प्रॉब्लम आ जाता है ना, सो यू कैन इंट्रोड्यूस अ स्मॉल सिचुएशन और प्रॉब्लम एंड हाउ डिड यू सॉल्व इट. अ स्मॉल सिचुएशन प्रॉब्लम कैन ऑल्सो बी इंट्रोड्यूस्ड, कैन बी इंट्रोड्यूस्ड, बट ये हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल नहीं है, नॉट रिक्वायर्ड ऑल्सो.
If we are including people from outside the photo, so we have to increase the number of characters.
Not required. Suppose तुम किसी characters को देखते नहीं हो, then you can introduce one more person from outside, at least 2 or 3, and यहाँ पे number of characters में 3 या 2 डाल सकते हो.
So we have to mention all the 3 mood of the person or only one specific?
Only one.
Sir, then if in a picture like we are
homogeneous picture, the entire group
mood of the hero is positive only.
जनरली रखो. हीरो का मूड अगर तुम नेगेटिव रखोगे देन जनरली एक्शन नहीं कर पाएगा. सपोज यू आर फीलिंग अ वेरी डिप्रेस्ड सिचुएशन में हो तुम, तो विल यू बी एबल टू सॉल्व दैट प्रॉब्लम? इफ यू आर इन अ डिप्रेस्ड सिचुएशन, विल यू बी एबल टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम विच हैपन्स इन योर ग्रुप? नो. तो एबिलिटी टू सॉल्व एनी प्रॉब्लम और एबिलिटी टू कंडक्ट दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग happens only when you are having in a positive mood. Okay, so that is very important.
And if in a picture, sir, only one character is shown, then we have
You can introduce 1 or 2 more characters.
But should we write in this box or?
Yes, you have to write it. Whatever you introduce the characters, ये यहाँ पे लिखना है.
So my question was, if the picture shown, if the person in the picture that is shown to us, we can see through his facial expression that his mood is negative. Sir, then what do we need to do? We need to introduce another character, or we can just...
Not understood. Again, tell.
Sir, if there is a person shown in the picture, we can see through his mood that his mood is negative. So
See, this is a stimulus. You will not be able to see anybody's mood as negative or something. ये तुम्हारे दिमाग में सोच है. तो the SSB wants that सोच to come out. तो उस सोच को तुम क्यों नेगेटिव बनाना चाहते हो? Don't unnecessarily create situation for yourself where you will not be able to come out. है ना? The picture, the characters will be blurred. So ये जो characters blurred है, उसको positive रहने दो या neutral रहने दो. Why do you want characters to be in a negative mood? क्योंकि ये तुम्हारे दिमाग में negative already recorded है, and that particular emotion is coming out. So that will be sensed by whom? Psychologist. कि this candidate is always in a negative mood. Remember, all the characters in the group are you only. बहुत ज़्यादा नींद आ रहा है, I know that. But the thing is that if you don't want to get screened out, please listen carefully.
we have to particularly follow the sequence of section, or we can write in any way.
यहाँ पे तुम कोचिंग के लिए आए हो तो it's better that you follow the sequence ना. After that what you want to do is your wish, but at least follow the sequence यहाँ पे क्लास में. उसके बाद जो करना करो which hits you.
If I can see some characters in the image, but I not want them to make a hero, so I can bring a hero from outside.
It is preferable that hero is in the situation. If you can see the hero in the situation, उसी को बना दो. Unnecessary introduction of somebody from outside is not required.
If it is
Because
clear,
homogeneous group के अंदर ही hero बनता है.
if it is clear that the person in the picture is totally in negative mood, so should we bring
No.
another?
That is always in your mind. When you are seeing when you see a person, okay, when you see that person's mood is reflection of what is there in your mind. That person may not be in the negative mood, but if you want that person to be in a negative mood, you can make it.
Sir, if there is an accident, so should we make it as a positive mood? Like
Accident is not a negative thing. It is something which is event has happened. It's an event based thing. It is not dependent upon anybody's mood. that my mood is negative, so I go and deliberately create accident. Do you don't deliberately create accident? आज मेरा मूड नेगेटिव है, मैं जाऊंगा और जाके 2 कार को स्मैश कर दूंगा. Is that? No, it's not like that.
So yesterday a picture was shown to us that clearly a person was dead, and
That is TAT.
Yes, sir.
these kind of
This is PPDT.
so these kind of pictures are not shown in Ppdt.
TAT का जो क्या बोलते हैं इमोशन जो है पिक्चर्स में भी शोन बट नॉट रिक्वायर्ड टू टेक आउट दैट इमोशन इन PPDT. PPDT इज ए न्यूट्रल थिंग. नो इमोशंस आर रिक्वायर्ड. TAT is different, PPDT is different. Picture may be same. The deciphering of that, understanding of these two are totally different. Yes.
So Rashi said someone will dead. So we use a neutral mood there.
That photo will not be shown. Then why do you?
Okay, if there's an accident, suppose when the hero is standing in front of the car.
So why should your mood become negative?
Neutral, not negative.
Why should your mood become neutral?
So it won't be positive also.
Why it can be positive also?
Sir, how, sir?
Why? Were you the cause of the accident?
Sir, we have to.
Were you the cause of the accident?
But
You can
we
change
will
the.
be in a tense situation now, sir.
No,
when,
no.
Accident will be
Sir,
happening.
we have-
but-
You're taking. You're all thinking from psychology angle. Don't think from psychology angle. You're confusing between psych picture and PPDT picture. You're confusing. That difference psych will tell you. I am only telling you about the PPDT neutral picture. The picture's mood is always neutral. Huh.
So if the character shown in the picture is not of a age, suppose 8 years old, then we have to borrow the character from the outside or no?
No, ऐसा पिक्चर नहीं दिखाया जाएगा. So you can remove it. You're all seeing lot of videos on YouTube, and these videos are creating trash in your mind. इसको clean करो पहले. Take out the trash of the YouTube videos from your mind and concentrate on what I am telling you and make a simple story. मैंने बताया था simple story बनाओ. Complicated करोगे तो you are in danger of getting screened out. खुद अपना हथौड़ी लेकर मार रहे हो पैर में कि I want to get myself killed करके. Okay, by telling this type of questions. You yourself are creating problem for you. Remove that particular thing from your mind and just keep your mind blank to what I am telling you. If you have got trash in your mind and this will, whatever I am telling you will affect you, means to say you will not take what I am telling you. You will always block it. कि नहीं मैं जो सोच रहा हूँ वही मैं करूँगा करके. उसके बाद I can't help you.
Sir, I was actually saying that there are a lot of pictures which can go in all the directions, negative, positive and neutral. But can you just like explain, if a person is there in a picture, then can you explain the daily routine of the person? Like just neutral.
You make it neutral, yeah. Are you happy? You make it neutral, then you're happy. Okay. You have to be happy frame of mind. If you want that to be neutral, you make it neutral, no problem. Okay. So there is no hard and fast rule. There is no nothing like that. Okay. You're telling, you're all asking questions which are not very relevant question. अभी relevant thing आने वाला है. और तुम लोग जाके इसमें जाके फंस गए. And you're asking questions which are not of any relevant. Even if you put the thing as negative also, relevancy बाद में आता है. When the problem is, you will not be able to solve the problem. वो बोल देगा कि negative person है, not solving the solvent, you will be out. जो मैं बता रहा हूँ, just do it. And wash your mind out of any doubts. If you have doubts, then it is difficult for you to do it. No more questions. No more questions. The central character's mood will be always positive. Finished? That's all. Now no more unnecessary stupid questions which is leading to nowhere. Okay? Because अभी मैं तुम लोग को point out करूँगा on lot of issues where you will find that this thing will become secondary and the other thing will become primary. Okay. Now after you, मैं कहाँ तक पहुँचा था अभी? Stage 1 में हूँ, हाँ? या Stage 2? हाँ. यू हैव डिवीटेड मी सो मच दैट अभी कौन सा स्टेज में गया है सब लोग सब कुछ भूल गया. ना स्टेज 2 में व्हाट ऑल थिंग्स आई हैव कवर्ड.
Name of the age and what is the question?
Okay, it's stage 2. So, with this stage 2 finishes, you have written the story. Now, stage 3. Rico, stage 3. You will be divided into groups of 15 and taken to a room. You will be divided into group of 15 and taken to a room where you will be made to sit in a semicircular fashion. You will be made to sit in a semicircular fashion. Okay? With increasing roll number or chest number. With increasing chest number. Each of the candidate has to narrate. Each of the candidate has to narrate the same story that he has written. The same story that he has written in a time period of approximately 50 to 55 seconds. 50 to 55 seconds. Okay? Verbatim. That means without looking. Verbatim without looking. Now conditions for narration. There are some conditions for narration. Likho. Conditions for narration. First condition. When the first candidate finishes narration, the GTO को काट देना. When the first candidate finishes narration, the next one will start his narration. The next one will start his narration without any prompt. The next one will start his narration without any prompt. Number 2. However, if the first candidate has problem in narration, fumbles too much, fumbles too much, exceeds the time limit, then the GTO will say next. Exceeds the time limit, then the GTO will say next. Whereupon the next candidate will start immediately. The next candidate will start immediately. Okay? Now इसके मैंने क्या है? I'll just tell you. Now if the first candidate is starting the narration, now this is timed. Okay? And verbatim बोलना है. Now the first candidate finishes time में within time बता दिया तो GTO सर चुप रहेंगे. He will not say. The next candidate will start on his own. But suppose first candidate को तकलीफ है बोलने में, फंबल करता है बहुत ज़्यादा, too much of fumbling, pausing, भूल गया बताने में और टाइम लिमिट क्रॉस हो गया, 55 सेकेंड्स क्रॉस हो गया या 50 सेकेंड्स क्रॉस हो गया. Now this 50 to 55 seconds is not hard and fast. किसी बोर्ड में 55 सेकेंड्स होता है, किसी बोर्ड में 45 सेकेंड्स भी होता है. ओके वो तुम्हें उस बोर्ड का GTO उस टाइम में बताएगा कि इन केस द टाइम पीरियड इज 45 सेकेंड्स, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं बुझाना है करके. किसी किसी बोर्ड में बताएंगे टाइम लिमिट इज 50 सेकेंड्स, तो हम यहाँ पे 50 to 55 सेकेंड्स रखते हैं प्रैक्टिस के लिए. इससे ज़्यादा अगर टाइम लिमिट हो जाएगा देन द GTO विल से नेक्स्ट. द मोमेंट इज ए नेक्स्ट, सेकेंड पर्सन विल स्टार्ट ऑन हिज ओन इमीडिएटली. ओके, सपोज से 15-20 seconds में दैट पर्सन इज फंबलिंग स्टॉप्ड, देन ही विल से नेक्स्ट, then the next person will start. Any doubt in this? No, sir. So don't wait for any prompting. Okay, अगर वो person finish कर दिया, you start on your own. You be ready, waiting and start on your own. Any doubts in this? No, sir. Next लिखो, next point. During narration you must look at everybody in the group. During narration, you must look at everybody in the group. Full stop. Don't look down or look at a point in space. Don't look down or look at a point in space. ठीक है, तो ये थोड़ा सा इम्पॉर्टेंट है. दैट मीन्स जब नरेशन कर रहे हो तो लुक एट पीपल. ऑल्सो लिखो, डोंट लुक एट द एग्जामिनर्स. सो यू शुड नॉट लुक एट द एग्जामिनर्स, यू शुड नॉट लुक डाउन, लुक अप, लुक एट द ग्रुप, बिकॉज तुम लोग ये नरेशन ग्रुप को बोल रहे हो. ओके, सैम्पल नरेशन, सैम्पल नरेशन, सैम्पल नरेशन. Friends, लिखो, friends, in the picture I perceive dash number of characters, their mood is dash, age is dash, gender is dash, and the action of my story is dash. ये बहुत ही important है. You must follow this particular sequence for ensuring that तुम screened out नहीं हो रहे हो. तो this sequence follow करके फिर now you have to say the first character's name, that is Rohit या somebody जिनका नाम डाले हो. Rohit, so many number of years old, BSc student or whatever it is. Understanding? Any doubt in this? थक गए क्या बहुत ज़्यादा? जान ही नहीं है क्लास में? हाँ, ओके, ठीक है. नाउ लास्ट लिखो, लास्ट स्टेज. लाइट ऑन करो. क्लास इज योर्स. फैन ऑन करो, लाइट ऑन करो, ओपन द डोर. लाइट ऑन करो जाके. यू हेल्प देम, यू ओनली सजेस्टेड. तो जाके ऑन करो ना. गो, लाइट ऑफ करना है. ओके, लिखो. नाउ आफ्टर द लास्ट कैंडिडेट फिनिशेस डिस्कशन नरेशन, आफ्टर द लास्ट कैंडिडेट finishes narration, okay, the entire group must start discussion without any prompt. After the last candidate finishes narration, the entire group must start discussion without any prompt. The aim of the discussion is to arrive The aim of the discussion is to arrive at a group consensus. The aim of the discussion is to arrive at a group consensus. That is a group story. Okay, whereupon the group will nominate any one person. The group will nominate any one person who will tell the group story. To the examiners. Now the group story will be told to the examiners. Okay, points for discussion. Number 1, join the discussion within the first 5 seconds. पहला 5 seconds में please join the discussion. Don't keep quiet. Whatever happens, you must join the discussion within the first 5 seconds. The general time for discussion is between 4 to 6 minutes. The general time for discussion is between 4 to 6 minutes. Sometime it will be less also. ये यहाँ पे हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल नहीं है, रिमेंबर. दैट मीन्स सम ऑफ द SSBs have 4 minutes, some have 3 minutes also, some have 5 minutes also. So it is totally SSB का ऊपर है कि how much is the time for this. So within the first 5 seconds join for discussion. Number 2, don't use long sentences for discussion. Use short sentences. Don't use long sentences for discussion. Use short sentences. समझ आ रहा है ना? That means that बड़ा बड़ा sentences के साथ discussion करना नहीं. Okay. Don't be dominating. Also don't be in the background. ज़्यादा डोमिनेट नहीं करना, ऑल्सो बैकग्राउंड में नहीं रहना. दोनों चीज़ नहीं करना है. डोंट बी डोमिनेटिंग, ऑल्सो डोंट बी इन द बैकग्राउंड. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, लुक एट एवरीबडी वाइल डिस्कसिंग. लुक एट एवरीबडी, नज़र में नज़र मिला के बात करो. लुक एट एवरीबडी while discussing. Don't look at one people only or one person only. Look at everybody while discussing. Okay, so with this the briefing is over of Ppdt. Doubts, read the whole thing, पढ़ो, उसके बाद we'll start the practice. हाँ, you can speak for as many number of times as possible discussion में, but keep the discussion talking and listening in the ratio of 50-50. 50% talking, 50% listening. That is the best.
What is perceived as dominating nature in group discussion?
When you don't let another person speak, you keep on speaking only. तुम बातें करते हो, तुम्हारा सामने वाला चुप रहता है, तो ये डोमिनेटिंग बन गया. तुम चुप रहते हो, बाकी लोग बात कर रहे हैं, यू आर जस्ट ऑब्जर्विंग, ये बैकग्राउंड हो गया. तो दोनों नहीं होना है, दैट बोथ आर नॉट गुड. You have to enter the discussion before 5 seconds. If you keep on talking, watching, then you are out. Okay, चलो we'll start with narration. Okay, पहले first ऐसा बना दो बॉक्स में.
can we add a liquid action during the narration?
100%. You can do whatever you want till the time the timing is at 50 to 55 seconds. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं करना है. Otherwise the GT will say next, तुम्हारा conclusion उड़ जाएगा, टक से कट जाएगा. And अगर conclusion कट जाता है तो फिर it will become difficult for you to overcome that problem, because every stage में marks आता है. There is marks at every stage. Okay, shall we start with practice? देखते हैं कैसे practice करते हो. The first one will be picture का only narration practice होगा. The second picture का क्या होगा? सभी का narration नहीं होगा, only some people. Those people are comfortable will do narration. Then second picture में you will see the picture. ये सभी लोग participate करेंगे second में. Second में we'll go outside. Okay, we'll go outside, sit in a semicircular fashion, and then okay. पहला just you know sample narration. तो पहले story लिखो everybody, and मैं random लोगों को narration के लिए बोलूँगा. This narration will not be timed, but हम जब बाहर जाएंगे तो everything will be timed. Okay. You can do it. जो करना है करो, तुम्हारा क्लास है. Start. Ignore this. Just see the picture. मेक द आंसर शीट जैसे मैंने बताया था. अभी नहीं, जस्ट लुक एट द पिक्चर. नीचे वाले जो राइटिंग है उसको इग्नोर करो, बिकॉज ये सैम्पल है. ओके, 4 minutes स्टार्ट्स नाउ. नाउ राइट द स्टोरी.
Got to him and asked what about his problems, and there he found out that he is very poor and wanted funds for his education. So he remembered his young days when he was young and faced many financial.
Okay, time up. See, you have to be very clear in the time. Okay, yours is quite okay. In fact, तालियां बजाना 39 का 39. तुम्हारा पीछे में काफ़ी ज़्यादा फम्बलिंग हो रहा है. Okay, and if suppose somebody finishes within time, I will not say next. GTO will not say next. Read what I have asked you. Okay, it's only when time limit exceeds. So you have to be alert. You were not alert. You were also not alert. Within the first 1 second, you have to start. Otherwise, he will again say next, and इट विल बी जंप टू अनदर पर्सन, तुम्हारा नरेशन चला जाएगा. अंडरस्टैंडिंग ना? within 1 second you have to be very fast. You are talking in first person. Okay, first person में कभी नहीं बात करना, second और third person में करना है. Okay, don't say कि you gave him some question and he was asking, not required. Okay, okay, last 1 2 3 आगे में raise करो hands, last 2 3, starting from last, then you start.
Hence from the picture, I perceive multiple characters. All are the age group of 20 to 30 years old. Hence from the picture, I perceive multiple characters. All are the age group of 20 to 30 years old. Mood is positive. Election of your age. Security arrangements in during the election campaign. Rohit is a 25 years old IPS officer, and he got information regarding the election campaign, that is by the MLA of which area. So he immediately called the meeting, prepared the plan and distribute the work among themselves. Later on, he increased the patrolling, installed the CCTV cameras, made separate barricades between the guests as well as between the guests and the audience. Later on, he also checked up the proper checking of the vehicles, and he also installed the drone technologies for the better surveillance. Later on, he made this event successful. Thank you.
In picture, I pursued two character. Then mood is neutral and age is 20 to 25. Gender is both male. My action of this story is helping a person. Rohan, a 25-year-old student of the BSc in Bhatinda University. Once he was going to college by bike, he saw that a brake of the car lost and fall in the field. He stopped his bike at corner, approached the location and take him out and call ambulance and police. After that, he reached hospital with that person, call his parents and inform them that he went to his college and started to grade.
Transfer from the picture.
You are dead. इतना कैसे तुम लोग कितने हो सकते हो यार? You are dead. 2 seconds already हो चुका है. किसके लिए वेट कर रहे हो? I told you ना. Okay. तुम्हारा हो गया 1 2 and 3. Okay, 150. Okay, don't wait. Otherwise जैसे उसका होता है टाइम चला जाएगा. Start.
From the picture shown, I perceive n character, both male and female, in age bracket of 18 to 45. Theme: welcoming by the villagers. Ram 23, living in Ramnagar. He came after his completion of training. The villagers welcomed him. In the government inter college of Ramnagar, a event was hosted at that by the teachers. He completed his training from the Bangalore for IFA. He tells the story of the young student of the school, guided them, motivates them, and tells to join army. He thanks himself for the event.
Friends, in the picture, I perceive a large crowd of people, all in the positive mood and in the age group of 20 to 24. Sandeep was a 40-year-old person who had done a master's in psychology and now was a professor in a college. He used to upload sessions to guide the youth and show them various career paths, and due to which he gained a large number of students who loved him. And on the International Day of Youth, he was invited as a chief guest to deliver a talk in a college. And when he arrived there, there was a large crowd of students who wanted to meet with him. And he attended the event and gave a talk on he showed the various career paths and solved the doubts of the students. And
Friends, from the picture I perceive, there are many characters, all are in positive mood. The age group is from 21 to 30. And there are many male and female. The action is addressing the Rakesh, 25-year-old boy from his childhood wants to become an actor. For that, he also joins Dadabhai Naoroji acting school, and he works hard and successfully launched his debut movie Shakti, for which breaks all the records on the very first day while addressing his fans in the park. All the fans, all the crowd surrounded his car, but he manages to address all of them successfully and peacefully, and then call his mom to tell all about it.
ओके तुम्हारा थोड़ा सा वोकैबुलरी इम्प्रूव करने दो एंड तुम्हारा एक्शन वॉज नॉट वेरी गुड ओके डेवलप करो रीड सम नॉवेल्स बुक्स एंड ऑल यू रिक्वायर लिटिल बिट मोर एफर्ट योर्स इज क्वाइट ओके थोड़ा सा टाइम ज़्यादा हो गया था तुम्हारा भी ठीक था ओके लंच ब्रेक अभी स्टार्ट हो गया है